Everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Might Delete Later podcast. You guys know who I am. I'm Derrick, and then we've got Julia in the house.
Hello.
She is back. Julia, how have you been?
I've been okay. You know, summer break.
Yes, summer break, or for the kids.
For the kids, yeah.
I was about to say we don't get summer break.
No,
as adults, we don't have that.
Not anymore. Unfortunately,
yes, we don't have that. Teachers have that.
Oh yeah.
I know someone that's a teacher that has a break, and they're like, yeah, how come you have to go? How come you have to work every day? Like, well, because we that's adults.
Yes.
We don't have summer break. We don't have summer break. So, but I've been noticing you've been seeing a lot of movies.
Yes.
You post it all the time. You're at the theaters and things like that, but you haven't seen Spider-Man.
No, I couldn't get in. It's like everything is full, like 7 a.m., 12 a.m., and I'm like, dude, really?
Yeah.
This week, though. This week.
We got our tickets the day it came out, but the day that tickets went on sale, we said, okay, we got to get our tickets. So we got them for 8 o'clock on last Saturday where we saw it. Great. I loved the movie. I liked the movie. I won't say love the movie. But there was really nothing wrong with it. But it was a very good movie. It's made all the money. It's now the biggest movie of the year, money-wise, the box office. And it's still going. So after this weekend, because it made $1 billion in like 5 days.
Ooh, that's pretty fast. That's really fast.
It made $1 billion in like 5 days. So now this weekend, we'll see where it's at, but it's going to be like halfway to $2 billion probably by the end of this weekend, or maybe a little over halfway. So this is going to run into $2 billion.
Yeah.
Which is unheard of for movies.
That is crazy. It's very anticipated. So.
I think that you guys don't get me wrong because I haven't looked, but I think there's only 4 movies, maybe. It's like 4 or 5 movies that are over $2 billion.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So in history, it's only like 4 or 5 movies.
Do you remember which movies? I'm just curious.
Avatar.
I love Avatar.
Avengers Endgame. I think Avengers Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
And gosh, I can't. It's Spider-Man No Way Home almost did it. It got like 1.9 billion.
Oh,
it was like right at the doorstep. But I think I'm trying to think if it was Titanic.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure, but I'd have to look. But it was a very small amount of movies that have gotten $2 billion like ever in history. Mm-hmm. This Spider-Man movie is going to roll into $2 billion.
Easily,
yeah.
Especially if we've already made the 1 billion mark.
By the third weekend. This is the second weekend. By the third weekend, this movie is going to be at the $2 billion mark.
Jeez. That's amazing.
People love Spider-Man. Mm. They love Spider-Man. And I was talking with my daughter. We were talking about who are the biggest superheroes that people just go watch. Mm-hmm. Spider-Man and Batman.
Yeah. Yep.
Those are the two.
Yeah.
Whenever it's a Spider-Man movie or a Batman movie, people go watch it.
Yes.
Yeah. Everybody else figured out.
I enjoy Batman movies. I actually like DC. My thing, back in the day, I used to read Catwoman comics.
You were a comic book nerd.
Yes, I was.
Whoa.
only certain stories. Well, my dad. Yes, I got that from him. Yes.
Whoa.
He used to come home and take me to the comic store and we'll go shopping for comics.
Julia is a comic. I was going to play some of the sounds I had with that, but you don't have your headphones. I'm like, let me not. I'm going to play some stuff, but I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to start incorporating some of these sounds in here. But Catwoman comic. Mm-hmm. So your dad had you into DC.
Yes.
Wow.
And he actually has some of the original comics in his office to this day. I don't want to go pry through his stuff, but
wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
My uncle.
Superman, everything.
My uncle in the Bay Area, he collected comics ever since he was a little kid, right?
Oh, mm-hmm.
He's 70 now.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
He has a shed full of comics. He has a whole room at his house dedicated to comics, and he has like some of the original comics.
Dude, that's a gold mine.
So he has like, I want to say he probably has millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And he has them in wrapping, like he has them in paper, so you don't get fingerprints on them.
Yeah. I have mine wrapped up too.
He's gonna make a ton of money when he dies. when he closes his eyes, people are gonna be fighting over his comic books. When he closes his eyes, people are gonna be fighting over his comic books.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So I know I sent you a couple of stories. I think the first one I wanted to get into was the Nolan Wells stuff. Now, how familiar have you been? I know it's been all over the place, but how familiar have you been with it as far as like actual facts? Because you get people saying all types of stuff and, oh no, this happened, and so how up to speed are you with actual facts on that case?
I'm going to be very honest. I started following it when it first came out in the beginning of July, and then I kind of tapered off because I was actually waiting for the autopsy report before I made a full judgment. I really think that they did something, but I don't want to say that until the facts does come out. But as far as like, I know that also the the sons, one of the kids that was part of the boat crew with Nolan, I know that the stepmother is actually a judge. Yeah. And as soon as, this is when I was first watching it or following it, as soon as the kids got on board, the next day they got all lawyers before anything even happened. So.
Yeah. I think for me, I know that the first autopsy was a little strange, but people said not so much because, Ben Crump got another person to the autopsy. I think Colin Kaepernick paid for it. And the second autopsy was inconclusive because his throat was missing and the lungs actually were carved up, which a lot of the people that do that, they said that's normal that they do that.
Yes.
But a lot of them did say they want to know why the throat wasn't sent over. Why the throat wasn't sent over. And of course there was red spotting on the back of his head. But the most interesting thing I think in that second autopsy was they weren't able to determine if there was water in his lungs because the original person that did the autopsy would have had to have seen that before they started carving up the lungs.
Yes.
So for everybody, if there is water in his lungs, that would lend itself towards he drowned.
Yes.
If there isn't water in his lungs, that would lend itself towards he was dead before he was put in the water.
Yes.
So that's a big clue.
Yes.
Was there water in the lungs? And that's something that the public doesn't know. They may know that, the authorities may know that, but the public doesn't know that. And the public don't know what went on with why his throat was kept for observation. Right. That's another thing. But through all of it, I think two things bother me through all of it. Well, I mean, I didn't know Nolan Wells or I don't know his family, but like just as far as a teenager, 18-year-old dying and then a month later still no one knows. It's a little over a month at this point.
Yeah. And
nobody knows what happened. They just know he was found floating in the water.
Yeah.
That's all they know. But I think the two things that bother me, one of them is the fact that if this was the other way around, like I think I spoke with Deshaun about this, if this was the other way around and a whole bunch of one white dude went out with a bunch of black kids, I said to Freak Nick or wherever, and they was hanging out, Matt went with the homies.
Yeah.
Them homies wouldn't have went home.
Right. They all would have been locked up. Their phones would have been confiscated.
They would have confiscated their phones. They would have done all this stuff. They would have been like, nah, y'all ain't going home. We need to find out what happened to Matt.
Right.
And ain't nobody going to sleep until we find out what happened to Matt.
Yep.
And we know that would have been what happened.
They're going to be like, why was the phone over here?
Yes.
Why, they'll be like, nope, we're going to take that boat.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody's
This boat is a crime scene, and we are going to make sure we check this boat from top to bottom because we think you niggas is lying.
For real, seriously.
That's what we think. So that kind of is like, I'm like, okay. But then the other thing you just mentioned was the phone.
Yeah.
That, to me, is a problem.
It is.
That is a problem because, again, I don't know how many teenagers will go anywhere without their phones, for one.
None.
I don't know that many would. But then the other part that's disturbing about it is his friends had it. And from what I've heard as of yesterday, his mom and I think her family member, her sister or something, they went to go get the phone because they followed it on Life 360 and saw it was at one of the friends' houses. But that friend had already called the mom and said, have you heard from Nolan? It was like 11 o'clock at night, but didn't tell the mom, have you heard from Nolan? But I have Nolan's phone.
Right.
Didn't tell the mom he had the phone.
Right.
So again, that phone thing is really strange.
Right.
That's really strange.
Yeah.
To me.
It is.
So that's those are the two things that are kind of, everything else to me is kind of noise until the official word comes out, but those two things, the fact that the phone issue and then the fact that if this was the other way around, this would be treated much differently.
Oh, yeah.
Treated much differently because no. Jamal, Rashad, Darnell, all of y'all come on into the police station and we're going to sit here and we're going to figure this out.
Yeah. And it's so funny how some are like, oh, you're making it a race thing. It's a race thing to me. But look at where they're at, Mississippi.
They're in Mississippi.
What they already have, the girl, the young.
Yeah, the girl that, yeah.
I can't.
Oh, you're talking about some of the other things. The people that were hung from trees. There was actually two females. There was another one I heard of recently, too, that were found hanging from trees, and they don't really seem to be investigating it. Exactly. Saying, oh, no, they must have killed themselves.
Exactly. So, yeah, that's why, like, going back to the Nolan case, they're trying to sweep this under the rug.
It seems that way.
But
it does seem
they're
that
having
way.
a hard time. And then with the death threats that Nolan's mom is getting, and they're not doing anything about that, but she's going to get her license revoked. But, of course, she was able to keep her nursing license. But then the judge
got death threats.
Right. And then they went to jail.
They went to jail and got that person. That person was here in California.
Right. Exactly.
They said, we're going to go to California and get that person.
Exactly. Make it make sense.
Well, there's all these people say, no, racism doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't exist.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
Me personally, I have a hard time telling a certain segment of people that they aren't feeling what they're feeling. Or what they say is happening isn't happening to them because I'm not in that community. So that's like me telling the gay people, oh, no, people aren't, you guys are just tripping. Nobody's mad at gay people. They're fine with gay people.
Yeah. I'm
not in that community, so I can't tell them what's going on with them and how people are reacting to them and what people are doing to them.
Right.
But there's so many people that want to tell black people, no, you guys are just complaining and blah, blah, blah. You can't tell a group of people what's going on if you're not in that community.
Yeah, exactly.
Period. And that goes for any community that's telling some other community how they feel. You can't do it.
Right.
You can't do it because it's coming from a different place if you're doing that because you actually haven't spoken to all of the people in that community to see actually what's going on. So yeah, that was one thing that I wanted to kind of see where you were at with that because I know that had happened and I don't think we have done a show together since that. I don't believe so.
Yeah, no, we haven't. Yeah,
because it was a month ago
that
this happened. So I don't think we had done a show since then. But the other thing, we're gonna lighten the mood up. The other thing that I wanted to talk about was the Usher thing that happened.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
The thing with the young lady that decided Usher, she was on stage. She got called up on stage, got pulled up on stage. I know everyone has seen it at this point. This is a few weeks old at this point, but got pulled up on stage. You know how the R&B singers will have a female up there and they'll either dance on them or with a chair, give them a little lap dance.
That causes the breakups.
Yeah, they'll touch on them and maybe kiss them on. Chris Brown be kissing them on the lips. That's what I heard. I heard Chris Brown be kissing them on the lips. Like Chris Brown put him up there and he goes for it.
You know, did you hear him? He said, like, if you're in a relationship, don't come up on stage.
Don't even come up here because you know what I'm going to do. Don't come up here. You know what I'm going to do. So Usher, Usher usually does the same thing, all the time. This young lady, when he went into, I don't know if he was going to kiss her on the cheek or he was going to start nibbling on her neck. Who knows what he was going to do? But as she was leaning in, or he was leaning in, she was leaning back.
And her facial expression, she was just stiff as a board.
And she was leaning in, she was leaning back, said, And then when Usher turned around and gave that look, that was one of the funniest things I've seen online. When he gave that look, he said, I don't think she want to be. I don't think she want to be here. And he said, okay, get her off. And she has been getting dragged online.
I know.
She has been getting dragged online for not wanting to do that with Usher. And a lot of people are like, well, why'd she go up there? Why'd she go up there then? And then they had her on TMZ and she said they get a whole bunch of people and then you don't know who you're going to get. Mm-hmm. You don't know if you're going to get Usher or Chris Brown. She said, I was there for Chris Brown. I didn't want to do anything with Usher. I wanted Chris Brown. That's what she said.
She said, I want the younger one.
Yeah, she said, I want Chris Brown. I wanted Chris Brown. And so she's been getting dragged, though.
She has been.
Online. And then, of course, she started coming back. Well, it's pretty privileged. It's pretty privileged. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And although she said that and it was really conceited what she said.
Yeah.
It was true, though.
Yeah.
Because they called her up there for how she looks.
Yeah. I mean, she is a pretty woman. I'm not going to lie.
They called her up there for how she looks.
But she should have said something especially if you get closer, you could be like, hey, can you guys put me with Chris Brown? Or, I mean, it doesn't hurt to voice it.
Yeah, and see, and I believe she still wanted to be up there because I think she knows if you say, "Can you give me Chris Brown?" Get out of here.
Oh, that's true.
We're gonna get somebody else that's fine with whoever comes up here. Get on out of here, girl.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, they're gonna kick her out of there, and she knows they're gonna kick her out if she starts making requests.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah. She started making requests. I'm like, get on out of here. There's a whole bunch of other fine women out here. We're gonna bring another one up here. So.
I guess that was her one and only chance. Well, she got attention.
She got a lot of attention.
And I don't think it's the one that
she did. She got a lot of attention, and like I said, she has been getting dragged.
I know. I wonder, has Chris Brown spoke about it? I know we heard Usher. We know we heard Usher. But has Chris Brown?
I don't think Chris Brown wants. I mean, he's like,
stay away from that.
He's like, I'm not touching that because Chris Brown's like, every city I go to, I got 50 to 100. Maybe 200 women that want to talk to me.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
I'm not concerned with this story of this chick that he probably made fun of Usher. I'm sure he probably did behind the scenes. I'm sure he probably said, I'm sure that happened.
Yeah.
But Chris Brown, he's not touching this story and getting himself involved in this.
Yeah. No,
he's got enough things going on. he's got enough things going on. So no. He's not.
Okay. I was just wondering.
No. He's not. It's not even worth his time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not even worth his time to even
give her more attention.
Yeah. It's not worth his time to get into any of that.
Yeah.
Any of that stuff. So, but you've been listening to our podcast when you haven't been on. Yeah. What has been interesting to you that you said, "Oh, that's interesting"?
Let's see.
Because I know you listened to last week where I had Chris Carr on.
Yes.
And spoke to her like she's a super, super nerd.
Yes.
And I'm going to be hanging out with her at this weekend at D23, which is coming up If you guys don't know what D23 is, it's like Disney's version of Comic-Con. So
Yeah, I was interested in when you guys were talking about, the different movies and, of course, you guys going and seeing everything, and then her perspective of also.
She has a really deep knowledge of all of that stuff.
Yeah,
that's why when I reached out to her, I've already been watching her on YouTube for like years.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, I've been watching her for years. She's been on all of these shows, and I'm like, man, I was like, I know all of this stuff. Let me reach out to her and see if she'll be interested in coming on, which she was. She said, yeah, I'll come on.
Yeah.
And then we talked before we went, because we did it remotely. I'll have that up soon. I'm still editing it. But we did it remotely, and we talked before. So as soon as I sent her the link, she jumped on, and then we were talking a little bit before, and she was like, yeah, I looked at all your clips, and she was like, that's how I knew you were serious. She said, because people send me stuff all the time, and I don't know if they're serious. And she said, well, I looked at your clips, and I thought the show was interesting. I'm like, okay, cool. And then she said, I saw you talked a little about, movies and things like that. And then we had our conversation, and then when we got off, we talked more after that. And then she's like, yeah, I'm at D23 too. Come hang out with me. I was like, oh my God.
You're like, yes.
Yeah, but see, now I have more questions for her about X-Men stuff that's coming up. Yeah. I'm like, man, I got questions.
Oh, yeah.
I got questions. So
now you could take a deep dive on what she thinks. Because it was also interesting when you're asking her how to, what would she do differently?
With Star Wars.
Yep. And the
Star
script.
Wars.
I was like, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, because so many people are mad at Star Wars.
Yeah.
They're mad. Like myself, I think Star Wars is dying very quickly.
It is.
It may already be dead.
No, not yet. I don't believe that. Not yet.
We'll find out next year with the movie Starfighter that comes out. That's new blood, everything.
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling, Sean Levy, the director who directed Deadpool and a bunch of other stuff. If that movie bombs, I don't believe it will, because I think Rey is in it too.
Oh, yeah.
I think Rey is going to be in that movie, but not a big part. She's going to be a small part in that movie. But if that movie bombs,
well, they'll need to get more new writers
but I think the way people feel about Star Wars is the problem.
The hype's not there anymore.
Yeah, people don't feel. I think a lot of Star Wars has been damaged to the point where people are just like we don't care about this anymore.
Well, yeah. Well,
I know we care about it because we're in the age range where it was important to us, that original series.
Yeah.
I mean, the original movies.
Yes.
Episode 4, 5, and 6.
VHS.
Yeah. We're in the age range where we were like, this is the greatest thing we've ever seen.
Yes.
But a lot of the people now, a lot of the younger people, they're like, yeah, we don't care about this.
I mean, plus Disney, when they took over, they started making extra shows. I couldn't even keep up anymore, to be honest.
Well, I think one of the main problems with what they did when Disney took over, they didn't have, and I spoke about this on the episode with Chris, the person in charge, Kathleen Kennedy, she didn't spearhead what was going on and say, okay, this is the story we want to tell. This is the sandbox we have. Make your stories in this sandbox. Yeah. Don't go outside of this sandbox. This is the story we have. And the fact that they're jumping around on the timeline, one show is after Return of the Jedi. The next show is way before episode 1.
Yeah.
The next, so even the Mandalorian, like, where does this fit? Where does the Mandalorian fit? The Mandalorian fits, they said, right after Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, that's.
So it's like they're jumping around all over the timeline, and you're like, I don't know.
Can't keep up. Yeah.
They're doing that. They're introducing the person that's in charge now. He's like co-head of Star Wars, but his name is Dave Filoni. He did the Clone Wars animated series.
Okay.
And what he did with that was he brought in a lot of stuff from, because they did books after Return of the Jedi back in the 80s, the 90s and the early 2000s. They did books. And the books were different creators. So the books came in and said, okay, George Lucas did this. I have a cool idea. I'm going to write a book. Okay. And it's going to be a Star Wars book. And this now Jedis have this power where they can heal themselves. Now Jedis have this power where they can project themselves in a different place. And I was talking to my cousin about this just yesterday. I said, when you're adding all of these new powers, it's like if we didn't see it in any of George Lucas's movies, which is episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we didn't see those powers in those movies, don't add them now.
Thank you. Yeah, I totally agree
Don't
with
add
you.
them now, because what that is, that's like, because George Lucas, what he set up is the Bible of Star Wars. That's what it is. It's the Bible of Star Wars. All of this new stuff that they're adding from the books and from the animated stuff that doesn't match up. It doesn't match up, people. It doesn't match up. All of the stuff that they're adding is like me going to take the real Bible and saying, okay, I'm going to write my own verse in it. Let me write that. And I'm going to write another verse, and I'm going to package this up, and I'm going to sell it to you guys as the new Bible.
Yeah.
That's what it's like, what Filoni and some of the other people in the books and stuff are doing.
Yeah, yeah.
And it just doesn't work.
No.
People aren't following along with it. Because I know you said you haven't watched some of the shows. One of the things Dave Filoni added in, well, he added it to the live action stuff, but I believe it was in the books. They added witches to Star Wars.
Wait, where witches in Star Wars?
They added witches in Star Wars.
No way.
They added witches. Yeah. And supposedly the story that people created, and George Lucas has said this. George Lucas has said in public, you can research it, the quote is out there, that he said these books and some of this other stuff, the cartoons and the games, is not my story. That's a story somebody else created. And people are trying to now say it's all canon. It's all the same thing. And it's not.
Yeah, and you could tell it's not. Like, they're losing the plot.
It doesn't feel like Star Wars.
No. And then especially if you want new, because as our generation is getting older, you get the new generation. And if they're seeing this, they're like, wait, this is too much. They don't know where the original plot started, like everything.
Yeah.
So now you're getting all this extra stuff, and it's like,
Yeah.
it's not,
And you can
eye-catching.
You can tell new stories.
Yeah.
But you have to stick to the Bible of Star Wars.
Yes.
Stick to the Bible of Star Wars and tell those stories. Tell those new stories. Again, don't add new stuff, like as far as stuff that goes against what George Lucas set up. And they continuously do that. And they think, oh, this will be cool.
Right.
I'm going to add this. This will be cool. Like, no.
Yeah.
This is confusing.
It is.
It's not cool. It's confusing.
It's
confusing. And that's probably the major reason why Star Wars is dying.
Yeah.
Because people are confused. They're confused. They're like, I can't follow this.
Yeah. Because even when you told me to watch Andor, I did
You
watch
did.
it. Yeah, it was good.
But
I actually liked
it takes a minute to get going.
It does, because I was
Takes a minute.
like, I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, well, I'm gonna
You
stick
like,
it through.
this fool that told me to watch this.
Yeah.
He wants me to die from boredom.
It did start picking up. I was like, oh, okay, now I'm glued to the screen.
Once it picks up, it basically, Andor is told in threes.
Okay.
So first 3 episodes is a story. The next 3 episodes is a story.
Yep.
And the last 3 episodes is a story.
Yeah.
And then once it picks up after that first 3, even when you get into season 2, it doesn't let up.
Okay. Yeah.
So you just got to get through that minutia of those first 3 episodes.
Yes. Yeah.
Then you're like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm into this now.
Yes. And then but this one predates the Star Wars, right?
No. It is right after. It is right after Revenge of the Sith. Right after episode 3.
Okay.
So it takes place between 3 and 4.
Okay. See, and that's what I'm trying to like get the timelines. I know I did watch it, but it's just like
Did you see both seasons already?
No, I'm still on season 2. I took a break.
When you finish season 2, you got to watch Rogue One, the movie.
Okay.
Because that's Andor's movie.
Okay.
That leads right into episode 4.
Okay.
And like, I'm telling you guys this: if there's someone that's never seen Star Wars, which is not many, if there's someone that's never seen Star Wars, how the order you should watch them in for this person is start with Andor season 1, go to Andor season 2, then go to Rogue One the movie, and then do episode 4, 5, and 6.
Oh yeah.
It is the greatest experience you will ever have.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah,
right when I
even
finish it,
if we do 4, 5, and 6 again after watching Andor season 1, Andor season 2, Rogue One,
Okay.
and then go into 4, 5, and 6, you'll see 4, 5, and 6 completely different.
Okay.
You'll see
All
it
right,
completely
I'm gonna hold you
different.
to it. I'm gonna see.
Just wait.
Okay.
It's like amazing entertainment. Just that block. Like forget the new prequels, the ones that everybody hated with Rey in them. But forget those, and then if you want to, you can go back to watch 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
But that block of Andor, season 1 and 2, Rogue One, 4, 5, and 6, that is unbeatable.
Okay.
That block is unbeatable. And you're like, oh my God, this makes so much more sense. Because when we used to watch 4, 5, and 6, we didn't know what we were watching.
No. It was just picking up in the middle of it.
Like, this dude's got laser swords. This is awesome. This guy is moving stuff with his hands.
Luke.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we were like, that stuff is awesome. But in watching Andor, Andor explains a lot of the stuff that happened in 4, 5, and 6.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Rogue One. Rogue One is Andor's movie.
Okay. All right, I'll do it.
Yes.
I'll do it.
And you'll like Rogue One is excellent.
Okay.
Rogue One is it's one of their best movies.
Okay. I'll
it's
take
one
a
of their
look.
best movies.
I'll watch it.
But you have to so it's 1 Andor season 1, season 2, then Rogue One.
Okay. And then 4, 5,
Then
6.
4, 5, and 6.
Okay. So I'll get back to you on that.
I'm telling you, it's the greatest experience you will ever have. It's Star Wars. That right there is what Star Wars is.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll watch it.
Yeah, if you watch that'll be awesome. So in now leaving from the geek talk, and now leaving the geek talk, I wanted to talk about the things I sent you. There's some like 1 or 2 clips.
Okay.
Let's start with not that one. Let's start with this one. Go ahead and play that.
To heal from a baby daddy who has 8 kids and acknowledges one of his 8 kids.
Is your kid the one he acknowledged?
No,
Okay, let's stop
what
that.
number?
So
my daughter is 8.
that is from I don't want to say it's a podcast, but they're on tour now. It's a group of people that give advice. It's called Tonight's Conversation, where they have a room and they're coming to town. I told you they're going to be in town. I'm not going to be at that. But
Nope. After you told me what
I'm not going to have somebody I know in the room because they're going to be in our city. And there's going to be people we know there. And I'm not going to have somebody go up there asking questions like, you know what? The person I'm talking about, he out here. And let me have him stand up. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm going to leave immediately. But that question with how do you heal from a baby daddy that doesn't acknowledge his kid, which is her kid. Mm-hmm. Man, that's like that question. Like I've known so many people that have grown up without their fathers. I know so many people, and it has so many different effects on those people.
Yeah.
Like, and I can only imagine that effect that like that other parent has, like that woman that's asking the question.
Yeah.
Like, how is this? She's talking about how do you heal from it. So, but hers is the 8th kid. He has 8. This person she's describing has 8 kids. She's the last one on the line. Like they told her, they said, was he taking care of the other kids when you met him? And she said, no.
That should
that
should have been it right there. Then you know what time it is. It's going to be for your kid.
You've seen that he doesn't take care of his other kids.
No.
So why the fuck would he take care of your kid? But and I know it's like it's funny and it's like we're making fun of it and it's straightforward. But for some of those people, it's like a dire thing that they think when they get with somebody, it's going to be different with me than it was with that person.
Yep. Yeah.
It's like a dire situation. So, but like I said, I know so many people that have grown up without their fathers, and I've seen like a ton of different behaviors from it though. Because I've seen people like, Deshaun, we talked about it. He grew up without his father. And how that affected him was he wanted to make sure that his kids never grew up without him.
Okay.
He wanted to just end that cycle.
Yeah.
And that's what he's done. Like Deshaun has done, he still does some crazy stuff. But that's one of the things that I can say about him that I've seen firsthand. He's right there with his kids.
Yeah.
He has four or five.
Okay.
He has 4 or 5 kids.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he
He's
has 4 or
busy.
5 kids. Yeah, he has 4 or 5 kids. And he's right there with them.
Okay. Well, that's
Right there
awesome.
with
That's yeah.
And now he told me specifically that was because he grew up without his dad. He was like, I never want my kids to feel like I felt.
Mm.
So you'll have people like that, but then you'll also have people that keep that cycle going. Like
Yeah.
I grew up with my dad, so it's fine. I don't need to watch my kids.
Oh.
You'll have people that do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like me and you, we both grew up with our dads. So like it's
2-parent household.
yeah, we both grew up in 2-parent households, but I know you have to have known people that grew up without their fathers.
Yeah.
How have you seen those like behaviors? Like how have you seen it, and what have you thought about those behaviors?
Well, for me, it depends on the person and how strong you are, what you're gonna let happen. So I'm gonna say that my dad, he actually didn't have a father. He grew up with his mom, my grandma Frankie, and also my great grandmother, and then his half brother, my Uncle Mike. So they raised them, and my dad turned out great. He made sure, of course, I was taken care of.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he put himself through school as a black man, put himself through UC Berkeley on his own when nobody thought he could do it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really a mindset, and they didn't grow up with money.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's one example. And of course, he takes care of me, my mom, even family. Like he's
Okay.
the person you call to, and he'll get it done.
Yeah.
But also, like another example, I know some people that don't have a father, and some of them are running around, running around crazy.
So
and
they're continuing the cycle.
Right. For me, it's a choice.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
maybe I don't know. I don't want to say like it's how you're raised, because I don't want to put that on.
I think everything, maybe not how you're raised, but the environment you grew up in. Like everything, I think everything that you do or everything that you are kind of goes back to that. Like what type of environment did you grow up in, and what did you see growing up? Because as kids, we know what we saw. We know what we saw. We would pay attention. My kids, they've grown up and they know what they see, and they're very smart. Kids are smart.
Oh yeah, sponges.
you think they don't know nothing, and they grow up with what they see. So it depends on the environment, So I guess that's different wording of how you were raised.
Yeah.
Because there's some people who are raised great and they turn out to be terrible.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. But even with people that were raised great that turn out terrible, there may have been seeds planted in the environment that they were in, that the environment wasn't always great.
Yeah.
And that is what stuck with them. You don't know what you do as a parent. You don't know what you do as a parent that is going to stick with that child.
Yeah, that's true.
There's an incident may happen, and you think it's not a big deal. Oh, it's fine. We're moving on, and that may stick with that child forever.
That is true. Yeah.
And you never know what that is. You never know what that is.
That's true.
Because I think for me, I've had incidents with my parents that have stuck with me that even now.
Yeah.
That stick with me even now, and they probably have no idea that
that's even
something that I've seen has stuck with me.
Yeah.
They probably have no idea. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Because man, I don't even want to get into. I'll get into it. It's my delete later, right? Okay. It's my delete later. Hopefully, there's not too many family members that listen. I don't think so. Hopefully, there's not too many.
Everybody tune in.
So,
No, I'm kidding.
my parents, we weren't very affectionate
Okay.
as a family. We weren't, which is what I thought, that we weren't very affectionate as a family. And I have an older sister, so it's just me and her. But my dad actually, I don't know about my mom. My mom is a tough shell. But my dad actually is super affectionate with my sister.
Okay.
Super. He hugs her when drop her off.
Baby. That's the girl.
She's I understand, but they weren't affectionate with me at all. So it was like, yeah.
Is it because you're a boy?
I think so. And I think
Because they're older.
Yeah, they're older. I think they're like, well, no, you don't do that with a boy. So it's like, my parents have never even hugged me before.
What?
Yeah.
What about now?
No.
Really?
No, because that's not how we did things. But they would hug. Like, I got these meta glasses on, right, y'all? I was telling somebody. I was telling them the same thing.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna show it to y'all. So I was recording. I'm gonna show it to you when this is over.
Yeah.
I was recording. So they do hug my daughters, their grandchildren.
Okay.
When they come in the house, and then they just let me walk by.
Oh. What'd you do? You're leaving something out. No, I'm kidding.
No. It's just that's how it's always been.
Really?
This is how it's always been. Like being affectionate towards me just wasn't on the table, And we just didn't grow up. We never grew up saying "I love you" to each other.
Really?
No, we didn't grow up that way.
Wow.
We didn't grow up that way.
I wonder if it's because they're old school. You need to ask them. You have to. Because now I want to know the answer. Is it because of the generation?
Maybe.
Yeah, because I'm the only child, so
Because my dad grew up without his dad.
Oh, okay.
But he had a stepfather later on that was great. But he grew up without his dad, and how it just like you were talking about your dad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's how my dad was. He said, "Okay, I'm going to make sure I'm right here in my kids' lives, no matter what."
Yeah.
And so that's how it affected my dad. But that other affectionate stuff and telling your family you love them and all, we don't do that.
They don't say, not even your mom.
Not even my mom. We don't.
Really?
We don't do that. We don't do that.
Were you planned? I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I don't know. But they don't do it with my sister either.
Oh.
They hug her, but we don't tell each other we love each other.
Well, then maybe it has to be how, like you're saying.
It is something, though, that sticks with me.
Really?
It's something that sticks with me that they probably have no idea.
And they don't tell her that they love her either. But
no.
So they more show it than say it.
Yeah, they show it with action because, they've always taken care of us. They've always got us to whatever extracurricular thing we were doing. Mm-hmm. They've always made sure we ate. They were always with us with everything. Okay. So they show it, yes.
Okay.
It's not that they don't show it. It's just that they don't ever say that.
Well, probably it's just the way they're raised and the time. That's the only thing. Because they hug the girls. Yeah. But they don't hug you.
No.
You're a boy.
Yeah, I'm a boy.
A man.
Yeah. Even my mom, though. It's like my mom, like, okay, all right. So that was just very interesting that you had a couple in them. They've been together for 60 years?
Oh, wow, that's a long time.
Oh, well,
congratulations.
Maybe 55.
But still.
I got to look, but okay. I know their last anniversary that we were planning, which was a couple years ago, was their 50th.
Okay.
So they're maybe 55 years, maybe.
That's awesome.
So, but that's very interesting. You have a two people that grew up a certain way to where they now are a team. We were just talking about that, people being together and being a team. They're a team that just both decided to say, we're not showing these kids affection. It was crazy. So that's kind of what has stuck with me, though. It has stuck with me. And I know for me, it lends itself to, I want to make sure that my kids know how I feel.
Yeah.
We don't really say we love each other. Their mom does, because her side of the family has always done that.
Oh, yeah.
Her mom, their side of the family always does that. But because that's like a block for me, even now, saying, oh, I love you. It's a huge block. Because it's like I just wasn't, my environment,
right.
I'm saying I'm not raised, but my environment didn't lend itself to cultivating that.
Yeah.
Saying that. So, but I'm aware of it.
Okay.
I'm aware of it.
Well, at least you're breaking the cycle, right? But it's nothing really. I mean, you guys.
Somewhat. But I will hug my girls.
Okay.
I will hug my girls. But the I love you thing, that one is the wall that's there still because of my environment.
Yeah. I it. So it went on to you. So it probably, that's how they were, the environment your parents were in.
Yeah. It sounds like it probably was.
Yeah.
It sounds like both of them probably grew up that way without, certain affection.
Yeah.
And they both grew up with multiple siblings.
Oh.
They both grew up with multiple siblings. So my dad gosh, I want to. I don't even want to. I don't even know how many aunties. Five or six siblings?
Okay.
Maybe five siblings. My mom had 2 other siblings.
Okay.
And then another one that we didn't find out about till later.
Ooh.
But that's another story. That's a whole other story. A whole other story that we didn't even talk about as a family.
You're like,
I'm like, okay.
some family secrets. All right.
Yeah,
Let's everybody go. Where are we going out to eat?
That's a whole other thing that we don't even, we dare not even talk about it. But yeah, so they all grew up with multiple siblings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they grew up with multiple siblings. But
is it because they had too many kids?
I don't know.
Okay.
They grew up in the Bay Area. They grew up in San Francisco.
Yeah.
My mom's family was from Louisiana. They were there. My mom was born there, and then they moved to San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
My dad was born in Texas. They were there.
Oh, nice.
And they moved to San Francisco, and that's where they met each other.
And that's like a lot of hospitality states. So I don't know. It's probably, it's probably the household, definitely how they were raised, the same thing.
Yeah.
But as long, you don't have to say I love you as long as you show it.
Yeah.
At that point.
Yeah.
So
they absolutely showed it. They absolutely showed it. Yeah. They absolutely showed it. But it wasn't something that was said.
Okay.
It wasn't something that was said. And so, like I say, even with me and my girls, but see, I'll still hug my girls, and we'll have I'll have close relationships with all 3 of them. And, all 3 of them, of course, you have the kids, all of them are different.
Oh,
you have your, it's like, and of course, everyone thinks the middle one is my favorite because we're always talking comic book stuff and movies and geek stuff like that. Like, oh, that's his favorite, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, your favorite.
Yeah, the favorite. Yeah, that's what
there you
everyone
go.
says.
You said it.
No.
Just kidding.
No.
I'm just kidding.
But yeah, so that environment, again, for me, that was something that has stuck with me. They probably have no idea that is what sticks with me.
Yeah.
They probably have no idea.
That is interesting.
After after the long as we've been a family, that is what sticks with me. I'm like, well, why? How come?
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Well, try saying I love you to them today.
Oh, God, no.
It's going to turn cringe.
Yeah, they're going to be like, what?
It's going to be forced.
They're going to be like, what?
They're like, Mom, he's being weird.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Well, they were like, Derrick, why would you? Okay, goodbye.
They're like, where's my keys? We're going.
So I was like, I'm just, it's going to be interesting to see what happens when they're older.
And when they have kids.
Well, no, I'm talking about my parents.
Oh.
When my parents are older.
Okay.
It's going to be interesting to see when my parents are older. And then, they're going to start living with us or, living.
Oh.
And then, we're going to have those conversations at that point. When they're older, what?
Why you're gonna wait till they're older?
I don't want to have the conversation. I don't.
Okay.
I don't because I don't need it. It's just again, it's something that has stuck with me, but I don't need the conversation.
Yeah.
I don't need the conversation. But when they're older and and bedridden and all this other stuff, if we're gonna start having that conversation, my mom was telling my middle daughter. The other day, she went to help her get some stuff out of storage. And my mom was telling her, she said, Layla, that's my middle daughter's name. She said, Layla, I don't know what I'm going to do with all these clothes when I close my eyes. Layla was like, you can take them and take them to the Goodwill. If you, I don't know, Grandma.
Donate them.
I don't know what I'm going to do with all these good clothes when I close my eyes. So, whatever. But yeah, so that situation, that brings me back to the situation with the woman saying the man that she's with, that was with, doesn't acknowledge her kid.
But
so
at the same time, you see how he's treating the other kids.
Yeah.
You think you think you're going to be something different. Your kid's going to be special. You're just the next one. Like there's going to be one after you if he's old. You know what I mean? It's kind of like at that point, what do you say? You did. I feel sorry for the child, you know. But then as a mom, you need to step up. Yeah. At the same time, so there
was one other clip that I want, but we're not going to get to it now because we're about to end the show. But there was one other clip that was about the men cheating and having side babies and stuff, right?
Yeah.
There was one other clip in there. There was a bunch of them. And it was just so interesting to me because I've worked for maybe like the past 20 years, maybe worked in a field where I've been around all females, right? I've been around all females. So
I see that smile over
usually,
there. No, I'm kidding.
usually, you know, the men that I hang out with, yeah, they'll get married and they'll still be out doing stuff.
Oh my gosh.
They'll still be out doing stuff.
Marriage
I know. Marriage
is
again,
different.
You gotta,
Yeah.
it's a
done.
wrap.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. You gotta stop that. But I think they go into it feeling that, but then after being married for a little bit, they're like, oh, it's the same thing. I'm gonna go ahead and go out and do my thing. But I've noticed that they are always talking about the men doing it, which I'm around a lot of guys that will do it, married guys that still go out doing it. That's why I'm not married, people. But a lot of married men will still go out and they'll still be looking for, and then they'll get into a situation where they've now got a side chick and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
I know from the women that I've worked around, specifically two of them.
Mm-hmm.
I was at a job. I'm not going to say the job, but it was about 2005. I started working at this place.
Mm-hmm.
And I worked with these two women that I'm really close to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really close to one of them now. But the other one, once I left there, we kind of stopped communicating with each other. But both of them had both of them were married, right?
Okay.
And both of them had boyfriends that, since I worked with them, I'm the buddy.
Yeah.
They're telling me everything.
Oh my goodness.
They're telling me. And both of the boyfriends would come up to work to pick them up for lunch.
My gosh.
Would pick them up for lunch. One of them, her husband showed up, and she was already out at lunch with the boyfriend.
Oh.
And he said, "Hey, Derrick, what's up?" I'm like, "Hey, what's up?"
I gotta go.
I gotta go to the bathroom. But he's like, "Hey, where's so-and-so? Is she here?" I'm like, I was like, I saw her earlier. And I don't know where she is now. I was doing all that. I was like, I think she may have gone to lunch. And he was like, "Oh, okay, well, I'll go around and see if she's around." And then I texted her. So now I'm involved in it now. I said, "Hey, you better not show up with this nigga over here because your husband is here looking for you. You better not have this nigga drop you off at lunch." But they would go out with these dudes at lunch, and they'd be like full. And I know one of them is still with her husband.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I got all the information.
Right.
One of them is still with her husband. The other one, I don't know if she is, because again, I don't speak to her.
Right.
So I don't know if the other one still is. But like, dang, I'm like, wow, I guess females, it's not just the guys that do this.
I have a question. I have to know what happened.
Oh, she got dropped off, I guess, around the corner, and then she walked in, and then they met. She was with her husband, and then I was like,
how do you keep a straight face after this? I don't understand.
I just didn't want to be
part of it. You already entered the chat.
I know, but I was cool with them, and I'm working with them, so I was just looking at it that way. Like, these are my friends now, and I don't want to, because I have told before when I was younger about stuff that females that I've been friends with, and then guys I know are cheating on them.
Yeah,
I've told them, and then they just get mad at me.
Oh my gosh!
But when I was younger, maybe in high school, I've told one female that was like we were really close, and then I found out that he was sleeping with somebody else that I knew. I was like, God, man! I was like, me and her are hecka cool. I'm like, fuck.
Oh.
And then I told her, I was like, I told her, I was like, this is what's happening. So I don't know.
And she got mad at you.
Well, she let him. He was really good. He spun it. Well, how come every something goes on, Derrick is the one telling you? You can't believe him.
Oh, so he's a manipulator.
Yeah, he was telling her that.
That's all I
He
need
was
to
telling her
know.
that. He
That's
was
all we
telling her
needed to
that.
know.
I'm like, okay. I was like, all right, I'm not going to say nothing else.
Yep, leave it alone.
I'm not going to say nothing else. And that I took that lesson going forward. I'm not going to say nothing to nobody about nobody cheating.
Nope.
Nope.
I mean, but the thing is, if you're married, that's like a whole different ballgame. You got to respect it, you know? That's why I'm just like, just get a divorce. That's all.
Well, you know,
divorce.
people stay in relationships and stuff.
What,
and
cheaper to keep her?
Well, not even necessarily that. They stay in relationships because who knows? Because it's easy, because of financial things, because of their kids, because they are afraid to be alone. Like, people stay in those relationships for all those reasons. They do.
Oh, my gosh.
And I know it's crazy, but they do.
That's insane. Just don't get married then. I just don't understand that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, who am I to say? I'm not married either, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So we're going to end the show there. We've been going for an hour.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we've been going for an hour.
We can talk all day.
So we're going to end the show there. Julia, where can everybody find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Julia Offscript or Randomly Juju on TikTok. And if MySpace comes back, you'll be seeing me on there.
Shit. You scrolled so long, you've returned to MySpace. As far as the podcast, you guys, go ahead and follow us on social media at the Might Delete Later Podcast _ in there in some places. But go ahead and find us on Instagram, find us on TikTok, find us on Substack, because I've been putting out articles of these episodes and including the episodes in these articles, and it's amazing. So find us on Substack, find us on Blue Sky, find us on Twitter, or no, X. Stupid ass name. We'll see you guys next time. All right? Later.
Bye.
Where the conversation rises. Yeah. Maybe you're listening.